This is Rodeo Time with Dale Brisby. We're here in the El Matador Inn.
Which is short for the Bullfighter Inn.
Yeah, the Bullfighter Inn.
Right.
Home of Cody Webster. And
Maybe it's not
Smash.
short. Maybe it's just AKA the Bullfighter Inn, translated.
Translation.
I don't know how
the
they come out the
Bullfighter
short
Inn.
way, but anyways.
Yeah. So, we're in San Antonio,
Texas.
Texas, of course. Halfway through. Tell us how
Perf.
it's going so far.
12 or 13 was just like literally 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Great perf, good bull riding, although they didn't ride a single bull, but it was still a good bull riding. A lot of action for
How many
us.
bulls?
10 bulls plus a freestyle bull.
I gotta put this mic down. This is the first time I've done this with this mic, so I'm gonna set it
Yeah,
right.
so this is live.
This is
This is not scripted. It's not brought to
redos.
you.
yeah.
We don't even have a producer. We just produce ourselves.
Yeah, we're just doing it. We're just rodeoing. What? So tell me about your idea.
So, I don't know why, but I just got this fabulous idea that you want me to spill the beans?
Yeah, spill the beans. Let
Okay.
us know.
Spill the beans.
That way, the Winnebago can keep us accountable.
So, basically, this idea that I've got is it's an all-in, high-stakes poker game on the beach. Literally on the beach.
Which I love the idea. Sorry,
But it's not just your regular...
I love
poker
the idea
game.
of like a poker game. I just don't know if I love the idea of me being one of the ones playing poker.
Dude, come on.
Because some of you guys
I
might know,
thought you was so honest we could shoot dice over the phone.
I know, that's what I'm being honest right now. If I'm being honest, I don't know how I feel about playing poker with you in a rodeo arena. For those of you that don't know what we're talking about, he's talking about bull poker.
No. I'm talking about a legit poker game. High stakes, all in the beach.
Right.
And
And
then
then-
maybe, possibly, a cow or a bull gets loose that might get us. I don't know.
Exactly. Yes.
But dude, we got to be willing to take a hit to get the footage. Like,
So usually it's take a hit for the cowboy. Now it's take a hit for the gram.
for the gram,
For the
for the YouTube,
Yeah.
the videos, the views, you guys out there.
I love your commitment to, when you get down to it, entertainment.
Dude, that's what
That's
it's
what-
about. I
that's
mean,
what you're
we're
here
here at
for.
San Antonio. We got like 20 performances of fighting bulls. We're not getting paid any extra for that. That's for the fans.
Yeah.
Straight up, freestyle bullfighting for the fans.
I'm not saying no. I'm not saying no.
Dude, it's not DV. Like, I know there's all kinds of smoke and mirrors, but in this deal here, you're not getting on a buck and barrel, old son.
Because, like, you raise fighting bulls. Like, you know. Like, what your toned down version of, like, this one's not so bad is still going to be really bad.
But it's a chance we have to take in order to get the right shot.
The
You know
right
about all the shots.
Yeah. Well, we're only going to do it once. I know that.
One take, one time.
Okay, so me, you, I imagine Donnie would do it. We could talk Donnie.
Donnie
into it.
Daytona would
Donnie
definitely
Daytona.
be in.
I don't know who else.
Wes,
Wes probably wouldn't want to do it.
how about if
Maybe.
he didn't have a choice?
Yeah, I mean,
What about Cheech?
Cheech might. I would say, dude, I don't know.
Like, Cheech would be a guy, I think.
I think Cheech knows enough about the game that he might not do it. That's the thing.
Well,
Wes might do it because, well, no, he's been on enough bulls. He's educated enough.
I don't know. It's just it's been running around in the cage.
Leroy definitely ain't doing it. I bet Randy would do it before Cheech did.
I think we'd get Randy Q in for sure.
But we need Randy to film.
I'll take his spot.
What do you guys think out there? Tweet us. Hit us up on MySpace. Let us know. Bull poker. Have you ever played it before? Like as a
No,
poker
I've been
player?
in the ring of fear, but I've never been at the card table.
Yeah.
Ever.
Worst hooking you've seen
Some really bad ones. Really, really gnarly.
at bull poker.
Yeah. Like, I'm talking
Leave
massacres.
unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, probably makes like 60 minutes, something like that.
Okay, have you ever... We're about to get real right now. Have you ever seen anybody die in the rodeo arena?
I have not.
Yeah.
And I hope I never do.
Yeah.
But it is a part of our game.
Well, you just... The way you said really bad, that's what made me ask that.
No.
I just didn't know how bad.
But, like, making 60 Minutes or, Untamed and Uncut, yeah, it's been on there. Look it up. Bull poker.
Untamed and Uncut.
Yeah.
You were there?
No, but I seen it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was bad.
It was real bad. How many years have you worked in San Antonio?
I don't know, just a couple.
Yeah.
9 or 10, I think.
What's your favorite rodeo to work?
Hey, you're gonna pin me down and put the pressure on.
Yeah, that's kind of a...
Man,
tell me about your year. Just walk me through your year right now, 2020. What's it look like?
To where we've been now?
Yeah.
Or
like just kind of your rodeo schedule.
Well, 19's last year.
Right.
But,
I'm saying
yeah.
Since that one already happened. Either one, 19 or 20.
I mean, I don't know. My schedule's got to change quite a bit, getting on full time with the PBR, and then transition, still wanting to rodeo full time as well. So, no, 2020 we started out in New York City, went to Chicago, overnighted to Denver to Manchester, New Hampshire to Sacramento, California, from there to Oklahoma City, and then we overnighted straight down here to San Antonio.
And that was all in January.
That was January. Yeah. Yeah, been on the trail with Webb.
Yeah.
But no, I got some really great rodeos, man. I mean, San Antonio, obviously, 22 performances of rodeo here, 16 to 18,000 fans a night, the premier stock of our industry. Yeah. Everybody from Calgary Stampede to Frontier Rodeos here. So it's a really, really good rodeo. That many performances with that big of a crowd every night is kind of unheard of. But, man, I really like San Antonio. I really like Reno, Nevada. That's one of my new favorites.
Yeah.
Just on the fact that it's 10 performances. It's in the desert. During the day it's really beautiful, pretty warm. But night drops, temperatures go down. It's kind of like a Friday night football game. You're feeling good, but it's still kind of chilly. And a huge crowd every night. And then transition over to Cheyenne Frontier Days. That's another one that I really, really like. It's all day performances. Have your whole evening to enjoy the day. And like I said, it's a premier rodeo. So about anywhere that I get to go now is just it's the very best rodeos in the business. So just dream living, man. It's good stuff.
When you leave in the summertime, how long are you gone from the house?
Oh, Ashley and I we'll pack the trailer first, second week of June. I always go to Cleburne, Texas, right there at the start of June. It's a rodeo that I've had since my permit, so I think this will be my 11th or 12th year going there this year, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's
the only rodeo that I've had since my permit, so that's kind of the reason I like to keep going there, back to my roots,
What was that, 09? 08?
I don't know, whatever.
10,
12 years ago it was.
Yeah, something like that.
So, transition, we'll pack the trailer first, second week of June, and we roll out. We start off a rodeo summer run, for summer run, hashtag. Go to Reno, and then from Reno we hit a bunch of rodeos and basically be gone almost all of June, all of July, and almost all of August. So 3 months for the summer in the trailer, gone. The winter run, is right now, so we'll come down, hit San Antonio, leave here, go to Rodeo Houston. So basically in the trailer for another 2 months on this run. So 5 months of the year we're in the Matador Inn and just living.
Yeah. So you go to a rodeo, you're there for 4 days. Unlike, the actual contestants that go in, they're there for one perf, they leave.
Out, boom, running, gunning.
Do you like that? Compared to, would you rather just...
No, I like it. I really do. I like being able to take my trailer and Ashley and be able to set up camp, so to say, for a couple of days and just hang out and enjoy life, man. Staying at the rodeo grounds, getting to it's something I've wanted to do ever since I was just a kid. So there's no bad days. I know that much. It's all positive. It's all fun, and not to mention it's like 110 degrees in Oklahoma. during the summer. So getting to go to like Wyoming for all of July, it's pretty bomb.
You were talking about you got hurt the other day. You didn't get hurt the other day. You were telling me this story the other day. You got hurt, like, what were you, 17? Whenever you started.
Yeah.
What happened? How'd you get hurt?
Big bad bull got me.
Big bad bull.
Yeah.
Had to be a big one.
Like,
But then you still got to pay the bills. What'd you do?
well, to start off, so I was 17. I think is what we're getting at.
Yep.
About the bullfights. 17, going to. Yeah, go ahead. Take your shirt
Dude,
off.
I'm hot.
No big deal. 17, getting rolling. Go to Rex Dunn's World Championship Bullfights right there in Ada, Oklahoma. Freestyle Bullfights. You know, there wasn't anything then that would scare me. It was just getting to be a bullfighter, getting to go to this such a historic event, and going there and put together 3 awesome bullfights on some really big rank fighting bulls, the Rex Dunn's. And I mean, we were dang sure bruised up leaving there, but next day, Sunday, you know, we're going to my grandma and grandpa's where we have where I kind of started was our weekly practices. They're at the practice pen, and they ended up building on a roping pin connected to the bull riding pin. So we're going to all gather up and rope that next evening, Sunday afternoon, and we're kind of waiting on everybody to get there. Everybody's dragging their feet, so a couple of my little cousins are around, so we pushed all the steers up into the bucking pen, and we load them, and kids are getting on them, and pretty soon they get thrashed a couple times and get pretty weak, so we kind of put the kibosh on bucking anymore. Well, there's one big heifer left, roping heifer. She's huge.
Yeah.
Not really, maybe 450 pounds, but anyhow, say the least, they talked me into getting on her. I'm like, shoot, I'll get on her, no big deal. Slick rowels, you know, just ready to go to spurring on one, and flank rope, slide and ride, and man, she kicks right out of there, and I go right over the dashboard, land right in front of her, and like, she wasn't mean or nothing, but she's just bucking and trying to get away from me. So when she turned to go right away from me, she kicked, and her both back feet came up, and then bam, come down, snapped my leg. Of course, I know my leg's broke. Go and get x-rays. Yeah, your leg's broke. Put it in the cast. Set out for however long, and come back to a little practice pen, you know, a couple months later, whatever it was, and which was too soon. No doubt there's too soon, but 17, just, you can't keep me out of the arena. So we're go to a practice pen, and I go to step around this little pretty white muley, just no horns, no danger, just easy. Yeah. And dude, my ankle like literally touched the side of my calf.
Oof.
And I was like, dang, something ain't right. Well, I ended up re-breaking that bone again. So, me being 17-year-old goofball, I thought, yeah, I just need to set out, let this bone heal, go get an x-ray. Yeah, it's broke, cast it, set out for however many months again. And next thing I know, get rolling again. But at this point, I'm taping it and putting on a big heavy-duty ankle brace. And getting around, you know, fighting bulls, but just kept feeling like I was dragging a weight behind me, like I couldn't ever get over that whatever it was. So I'm like, man, I just need to work out harder. I need to get it strengthened more and go on to the next one, you know. So we're working out, we're getting ready for these bullfights coming up, and still, like, I had to change my whole game. Like, I had to start throwing. If I wanted to throw a right hand fake on a bull, I would have to cross over and throw it off my left leg backwards. So I had to throw everything off my left leg. So if I was going right, I'd cross over backwards, throw it backwards. If I was going to throw a left-hand fake, throw a left-hand fake. But all my weight was coming on my left leg. And we're going to this bullfight. It was with Nathan Harp. We're headed to Stephenville, Texas for a freestyle bullfight. And I went and got an MRI the week before that just to kind of find out what the heck's going on with my ankle, you know. So anyhow, we're going to Stephenville and get a call from Dr. Bob in Oklahoma, and he says, hey, Cody, it's Dr. Bob. Yes, sir, how's it going? Oh, good, how are you? I said, oh, we're headed to a bullfight. I'm going to go try to win a little money this evening. He said, well, hate to tell you this, but we need to look at doing surgery immediately.
Dang.
I was like, what are you talking about? I've been going to some events again, been training, entered in the bullfights that night. It's like, what are you talking about? What do you mean surgery immediately? He said, well, you don't have a ligament 1 left in your ankle.
Dang.
And the way my foot was shifted and everything, like taping it and everything was keeping it stable where it wouldn't roll, but my bones were eating away at my Achilles tendon. So my Achilles was almost 8.5 from training and, you know, going so long without my ankle constructed. So I didn't know what else to do. We went to the bullfight, ended up second over the night, won a pretty good check, and Tuesday morning was under the knife and having surgery. Yeah.
So, when's the cotton candy come in?
Cotton candy. So
is that when you started?
Yeah. That's why I got the cotton candy machine.
So I hadn't heard that part.
Yeah.
I just heard about the cotton candy.
Yeah. So, 17. Won some money at that bullfight that night, but having surgery, being out for that many months before, thinking I broke my leg. Long story short, I was out for a long time.
Yeah.
Dang near half the year, 8 months or whatever. Then I have surgery. Well, I'm out for another 4 months with surgery, And so, I'm talking a year of
rehab, getting back.
Therapy, between the whole injury from start to finish was about a year. So, I'd made a check or two here and there in the midst of all that, but not enough to live off of,
Right.
And 17, I didn't have a lot of bills, but phone bill, truck bill, feed bill, whatever was going on at the time. So kind of started brainstorming and didn't know what to do and got some ideas. And then we were also still going to all these junior rodeos at this point. We go fight bulls for the junior kids every weekend that we wasn't busy somewhere. A lot of them were Sunday afternoon deals. So, we'd go fight bulls for them after a night of fighting bulls somewhere else on Friday, Saturday. So I was like, shoot, I think I'm going to go in the cotton candy business. So get on the Craigslist, find a cotton candy machine down by Dallas. There's a double-headed machine. It's a real nice machine.
Dang.
Went and picked that baby up. When I give them the money for that, I was completely broke then. I had no money in my name. And was trying to do leather work, trying to do this and that just to try to have some food to eat on, basically. And long story short, ended up going to the old junior rodeos with the cotton candy machine, and what do you know? You give a kid a little bit of sugar, they eat it up, dude.
Literally.
And so 1 for 3, 2 for 5 at the old junior bull riding, and dude, we went to rolling in the cash.
How much? What's the most you made in one night?
Most I made in one night, I think, is about $900.
Yeah,
and that's
did
pretty
you ever,
dang good.
Yeah,
that's way more than I was making fighting bulls at the
That's
junior
good for
rodeo.
anybody any age.
Yeah.
So, what did you ever feel guilty? It was just going so good? You just
absolutely not, dude. I was sitting there, had my ankle or my leg propped up on a chair, standing there one-legged, and was whirling cotton candy. Did I feel bad? No.
Yeah. Not
at all. And $6 of sugar will make a lot of cotton candy.
Yeah.
And the banana flavor was the hit. That was the biggest hit.
I don't know if I've ever had banana cotton candy.
It was
I would always
the
get
tits.
the blue one.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about what's the difference in so Cody Webster, in case y'all don't know, he gets to fight. He's one of maybe the only guy, definitely the only guy that fights that many PBRs and PRCA big shows, PBR finals and the NFR. There's been a few guys do it. Nobody do it this consistent. Not this long. Recently.
No.
At least, not in a while.
No, there's been some guys got to do it for a couple of years, but I think 6-7 years running now is pretty unheard of. And
so tell me, what's the difference in the atmosphere behind the chutes at the PBR events, bigger PBR events compared to even the bigger pro shows? Or is there a difference?
Man, it not really a big difference. Everybody's there for the same goal. It's to ride their bull and make some money,
Yeah.
But it's definitely a different crowd, I would say. There's just all kinds of kinds, There's really good guys that want to show up and do their job and take care of business. And there's guys that want to have a little more fun than others, But at the end of the day, just being able to be in the mix of both places, it doesn't matter if I'm at a PBR, if I'm at a pro rodeo, or if I'm at the practice pen. If I'm getting to fight bulls, man, it's it's what I love. I mean, it's the love of the game that drives me.
I'll show up and help my friends at them deals, but usually I'm going to like that bigger stuff.
The bigger ones.
Yeah. Like
right.
the bigger.
More added money.
Bull ridings. Yeah. So
more fireworks.
Yeah, we cross paths like at these deals where I'll have a booth.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
every now and then, I'm just
like this is one of the top PRCA rodeos in the business here at San Antonio,
Yeah.
but you've got a booth here.
I might enter one day if I have an off day or something, but come kind of dip down to like practice, build my confidence.
We call that ducking off.
Yeah, if my
like if you kind of duck off and just go make a little money, no one knows about it.
I forgot it was called that because I don't ever do it, because I don't ever need to. But like if there ever comes a time where I need to, I might duck off to San Antonio or Cheyenne or PPR World Finals or something.
If the added money's there.
Are you sad you're missing the Global Cup?
Man, it does. I mean, wish you could be in both places at the same time, but not really. I mean, getting to, just like I said, be here for 23 performances, getting to freestyle bulls again for fun, having fun with it, and
your bulls
hanging out. Yeah.
Do you feel like that's been an advantage or a disadvantage?
Definitely feel like there's a lot more pressure to say. Because, I mean, all the weight's on the fighting bull at the end of the show, I mean, it's kind of the hype, the high-end sell for the whole night of rodeo. So, if we go out there and have a dud, not only does it put a damper on the show, but it also doesn't look good on me because they're our bulls, obviously. So, I mean, there is pressure there. It makes me really want to step up and take care of these young bulls and really get them captured.
They've all done good, though, right?
We've had a really good run of bulls. We've got 4 more outs here. And overall, man, it's been really, really successful.
And it's Crooked Horn
Ranch Fighting Bulls.
Yeah.
Check them out. Instagram.
Twitter, TikTok.
And Rodeo Red 86, the one we fought today, was actually the one that you fought there at the beach.
Yeah, I let him hook me to give a little bit of
confidence.
Yeah, Randy just posted that on his Instagram.
Yeah, just the other day. That's pretty good timing, actually.
Yeah. I wonder if he knew.
Rodeo Red's had 2 outs here. His first out was phenomenal, really good, really hot. Today, I kind of had to kickstart him. I had to go get in his face and really make him hook up. We ended up getting a good sell. He did hook the crap out of Mitchell Gardner, the dummy. So it's a pretty good show.
Has Rump got hooked yet? Got a horn in the barrel yet?
He does. He's actually got a really big bruise across his shoulder, chest area.
Has he been milking it?
Yeah. He's pretty hard to... He's a sissy. For
Really?
big of a guy as he is, he is.
That's what I would think that about him. That's what
He's not real tough.
Yeah.
To say.
He doesn't look tough.
No.
Yeah.
Never has been.
Pillsbury-ish.
He is big.
Yeah.
He's like, he was complaining about his jersey. I think my jersey's... I don't think the sizing's right. I think they shrunk or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you don't think that big gut has anything to do with your shirt's not
Can't
fitting?
be that. Can't be that.
Not at all.
Yeah.
But he's a rodeo clown.
Yeah.
He gets away with it.
What have you been? You've been fighting bulls for what? 15 years?
Oh, longer than that. I think close to 20 now.
What's the sport like today in 2020 compared to year 1?
So year 1, man, it was still kind of the same way though. Like, I mean, I was
just from the outside
11,
looking in,
12 years old.
What's it look like? Like bullfighters across the board. Like, are there more guys freestyling?
There's so many more people involved now.
Yeah.
I mean, like the sport's growing rapidly.
Why do you think that is?
I think a lot of it's easy over there. Quit throwing stuff around. We're trying to record.
Yeah.
Everybody that don't
throw stuff at us.
Everybody that don't know, Ashley's over here. That's a good coffee cup. Don't be throwing that around.
You can't break it.
Rummaging around in the kitchen.
So.
But
no, I think mainstream. Media? I think social media, mainstreaming things. Obviously, people can follow people now. I know,
more events going on.
There's just so much more going on, and
How
the
many
sport's
associations
growing.
are there? There's BFO. There's Shorty's deals.
Bunch of open deals. Kevin Rich has a deal. I mean, there's 3-4 different associations.
And they'll each have, 10, 12, 15 events each?
Somewhere in there.
And then, are there more rodeos now, like San Antonio, that'll fight some at the end?
Man, I honestly think you give it another couple years, especially with somewhere like San Antonio. selling the rodeo again with the fighting bull. I think just bull riding itself is kind of, I mean, the bulls have gotten so great. I mean, like today we bucked 10 bulls. We didn't ride a single bull.
Dang.
So, I mean, as far as the crowd's perspective, it really wasn't that good because we didn't ride nothing, you know? So there's a fine line there, but also being able to have that fighting bull at the end to sell your show on a low-key night of bull riding is huge. And it's happening everywhere because bull power's gotten so great.
Right.
So I think San Antonio doing it, and then there's multiple other rodeos throughout the year that do it. I think it won't be long. I think you'll be seeing bullfighting at every rodeo.
Right.
I really do.
How different do you think it is today than it was like in Leon's prime?
Well, I mean, the difference now is like a guy, like if you're at the top of the food chain, if you're one of the elite guys going up and down the road working 180 or so nights a year, I mean, you can make a legit good living. I mean, not going to say we're rich, but I mean,
in the rodeo
life's
world,
good, man. It's really, really good, and getting to do what I love, getting to travel the country, and at the end of the day, getting to fight bulls, man, is the coolest thing ever. And to, you know, like me and Ashley, we got a cattle ranch at home. We got cows scattered everywhere. Now we're in the fighting bull deal. We've got bull schools going on. Everything that's rolling.
So you think there's more money in it now than there was back in his day?
Most definitely. Definitely. I mean, it was unheard of to get a good check for fighting bulls at that time frame. But back then, a couple $100 is a lot of money then. So, I mean, it's probably about, I don't know if you'd say the same, but I mean, a guy can make a good living now, especially if you can get some endorsements, sponsorships. It really makes life good. Yeah. But all that comes from showing up day in, day out, putting your best foot forward, and doing the best that you can do every bull.
What about young guys that don't want to freestyle?
That's totally fine too. My honest opinion of it is you can be a great cowboy protection hand, and it's going to take you so much longer to get the process to being to where you can go make a living. And that's basically because it's hard to get seen. With the bullfights, everything that's going on, social media. You know, if you're out there freestyling and tearing things up, eyeballs are on you. People are watching you. People are seeing you. And whether they want to admit it or not, freestyle bullfighting will expedite you so much further, quicker. Yeah. But I'm not saying if you're just a cowboy protection guy that you don't have an opportunity or a chance, because, I mean, it's all up to you. How good you really want to be and how far you want to go. But freestyle bullfighting will help you go to the next level that much quicker.
So you put on several schools throughout the year at your house. That's kind of why you have these bulls, these fighting bulls. What do you have guys come to your house and they're like, hey, I just want to learn how to freestyle. I mean, I just want to learn how to cowboy protect.
Well, like, I mean, I put that out there. So like when I'm doing a bull school and I'm taking applicants, you know, that is one thing. Learn. That's one thing that I really overemphasize is this is a more geared to freestyle school. But if you can't freestyle, if you can't take care of yourself, and you can't get around a bull by yourself, then you dang sure not going to be able to do it with 2 gate men, a bull rider, a partner, a barrel man, and 3 judges or whoever's in the arena. If you can't take care of yourself one-on-one, I really don't think you're going to be able to take care of everybody else. Right. And that's my honest opinion on the deal. So when I do my bull schools, I really overemphasize that. But to me, I don't like to split the two. I like to it's bullfighting. Yeah. We're here to fight bulls, no matter if it's freestyle, cowboy protection, or whatever you want to call it. It's all bull moves that come in with each other that overall you use in both arenas.
So knowing you can step around a hot Mexican fighting bull, then that gives you another level of confidence
stepping on cowboy protection.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Right.
There's no comparison to it. And I mean, like, even this far into my career, and like all the bulls that I fought, all the events I've went to, competitions, everything, still like being here, stepping in front of 18 fighting bulls in a row, it still makes the game, cowboy protection game, still slow down that much more.
Yeah.
And at this point, I don't think it can get much slower, but it still does.
Yeah.
So it's just that intensity level.
Like just you feel like the ranker the bull, the easier they are to fight?
To a point. I mean, the intensity level is definitely helps because that animal's really coming. He's really charging. Things are happening a lot quicker and going by you, so to say. But them bulls get really smart, and when they're big, they're stout, and they have a lot of game time. They learn the moves and can make it harder.
You ever tried anything else?
No. I mean, I can rope different stuff.
You think you'd ride a bronc?
No, never.
Are you
Not
scared
tough enough.
to?
Yeah, the horses scare the crap out of me.
See, that's the thing. Like, some people are scared of horses. Like, Randy would be terrified.
They
on a
terrify.
horse.
I'd rather ride a bull than get on a horse.
Yeah.
Any day of the week.
But you know that.
I know that.
See, I knew that, and I felt like a responsibility.
I would rather just sit down at a
anyway.
card table to play some rodeo poker. Like,
I knew
then ride
once I
a
got
bucking
to the
horse.
point in bareback riding where I knew that like I just didn't like that sound anymore. Because at first I liked that sound. Yeah, I loved that sound.
cracking a bind.
I guess the thing I loved about bareback riding was the fight that you had to go to, the level of fight you had to go to in your mind to ride good. But then when I realized
It's a fight.
I couldn't turn it on just like a switch, and like if you could turn it on 7 out of 10 times, and that was good. But like those other 3, and if you just didn't feel it that day,
You're hung up.
then stuff could go really wrong.
Bad, quick.
Yeah. And so that's why. Same thing with bullfighting. Like, if you're not in it for 3 or 4, 3 or 4 out of 10 bulls over the course of a month, then stuff can go wrong,
Quick.
or somebody else could get hurt.
And that's the deal, is like when you're fighting bulls, you're not only putting yourself in a predicament, but there's somebody else relying on you.
Yeah.
Because that's your job to do. So when you don't show up, or you're having a bad day, or you're just going through the motions, things, like you said, things get south quick.
Yeah.
So all the viewers, be committed. 100%.
Stay committed.
Stay on it.
I was gonna ask you something. Craziest fan moment.
Dude, I'm horrible when you put me on the spot like this. Craziest?
Guy that cried at Vegas.
Yeah, so that was a pretty good crazy moment. So I'm at the South Point in Las Vegas.
Not making fun of this guy.
And I'm not making fun of nobody here. Absolutely not. You're right. But, like, this guy sees me. And, like, I can tell he sees me, and he's at the bar. And, like, he's moving. And next thing I know, he just, turns over, like, 6 drinks this bartender just made. He's so nervous that he sees me. Just, oh, God. And just dumps them everywhere. So, he gets some more drinks and everything. And then he finds me, and he's come walking up, and he's got these drinks, and he don't even know what I don't hardly drink.
Yeah.
But he's like, hey man, I got you a drink. And I'm like, man, thanks. Well, he's handing it to me, and like he's shaking so bad that it's splashing everywhere. It goes on me, and I'm like, here, let me have both these drinks.
Yeah.
You just stand here.
You calm down.
I'll hold both of these.
Yeah.
And like, just to take a picture with me, dude, like he was just like in
Right.
convulsions, shaking so bad. And it was really strange to me because, like, I still see myself as just a kid from Wayne, Oklahoma that loves fighting bulls. I don't see myself as this crazy superstar, I guess to say.
Yeah.
And it's unreal, dude, when people go to that level.
There was also a lady that was waiting on you at the autograph table to take you home.
And yeah, there's been occasional
While I was...
ladies.
Did you fight her?
No, but somebody
You
else
let him?
introduced...
Or you charged her? How much
Somebody
money you got?
introduced-
Did you charge her?
No, she got scared or whatever. They said this is his wife, and she just ran away.
Yeah, there's sometimes there's random mothers that come through the autograph line that
They need a bullfighter to save them.
yeah, intentionally
Yeah.
want to take you to the ranch.
Yeah. Shoot the gap. Yep. Got it. Dale of a deal.
What about your craziest fan moment?
Man, I don't know. I hate to keep talking about it on these podcasts. That guy that hit me in the nuts the other day.
Dude.
Pretty
Dale,
crossed the line.
I
But
can't believe you didn't punch
Webb
him.
was
I'm horrible.
I know, he told
Like,
me
why
about it,
did
and I was
why
like,
did I not
"You
do
punched
something?"
him?"
man, it just all happened so fast. He was taking a picture with me. It's like it's like a friendly, you know. It's like, oh, it's just a, you know. That's
It was
what,
horrible.
yeah.
He
I was-
smoked you in the nuts.
It made my stomach hurt.
Yeah.
Like one of those. I was like
Like,
really mad.
bent you over.
I was really mad because I thought he planned it.
If Laroy was there,
Oh, that would've
I think
been
we'd have
bad.
got kicked out of the Cattlemen's Association benefit, whatever.
Yeah, National NCBA, whatever.
NCBA. What's
Yeah.
that stand for?
National Cattlemen's Beef Association.
Beef Association.
Yeah.
Okay. Got
They
it.
move it around every year, so it won't be in San Antonio next year. I thought that guy planned it though, and I was like, "That's what really made
He
me
did
mad.
plan that.
I don't
And
know.
they kept coming back. His friends kept
I
coming
think it's
back.
because they felt bad.
Felt
and they
bad.
wanted a picture, and that's when I was like, "Okay, well, if he knows that he's
Wrong.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know."
We can be the
That
bigger
one
men
was-
for a minute.
There's all kinds of like that was probably the most across the line. Like I've had some drunk people come up and put their hands on me, but usually like they're fans.
Have they ever tried ripping that hair right off your head?
No, a kid did once, but he was like 9. But
Unreal.
yeah, two like you just gotta be careful where you go. Like if it's like because if it's nighttime, if I'm in a bar, especially in Vegas, like that was what was touch and go about the Mirage. Like I was in VIP and I wanted to go out in the crowd because like some people were there because I was there, you know, and so I was like really wanting to. But man, when it's midnight in Vegas, whether you know me or not, this is a target.
Yeah.
You know,
It changes.
A drunk wants to come up and if they're a fan and they're drunk, like I'm cool. I'm still gonna try to look for an exit because I don't want any confrontation. But like,
So are you a really good fighter? Like,
I don't know, man. I haven't been.
you haven't been
in
tested?
a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always wondered that because, I mean, your line of work.
I mean, I've trained with some MMA guys, and like my dad was a boxer, so like we would always hit the puncher bag for workouts.
Like, you think you could take Brock Lesnar or somebody like that?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I could probably take Brock. No, I don't know. I think just like anybody, like I would just. I don't know. I feel like when like in a real street fight, like there's just not going to be much planning, not going to be much technique, not going to be much. You know,
No,
it's just
there's
kinda
no
like
form. It's just
really fast,
it's game time.
really
Yeah.
fast, and be sure you can take a hit.
In theory, I'm a really good fighter in theory.
Oh yeah, definitely on paper.
Yeah, on paper, yeah. No matches can scare me, but
I usually just try to make sure Leroy's around.
reality, yeah, we need Leroy in the
Yeah,
background.
he enjoys it, or did at one time enjoy it, and
And you know that guy is still, and maybe Leroy hasn't fought in a long time, but you know that in the back of his mind he can still do it.
Oh yeah, this guy last year in Fort Worth, he went to Kyle Park, and so Leroy spent the night in jail a few times for fighting, and so we're going to Fort Worth, and he told me, he for some reason just randomly, like he didn't even know he was going to go to the bar the next night, but like he was just telling me about jail, like he was in there and he was just telling me about these guys he met and whatever, and this one guy tried to teach him how to make drugs in the toilet and all this and that. Anyways, and he was just like kind of getting emotional about it, and then like he was just quiet. So anyways, the next night, Kyle Park texts him. He's like, hey, come to my show. I'm in Fort Worth, whatever. So he goes, and he's walking to the bathroom, and this girl just, like, checks him for some reason, like, in the hallway. And, like, she's drunk, and, like, and he just got there. So he might have had one drink, but he had just gotten there. So anyways, and this girl's like, says something to him. He's like, whatever, you know. And he goes in the bathroom, and he's at the urinal, and about 30 seconds later, some frat guy pops in there, taller than him, skinny, and kind of looks, they make eye contact, and he looks back, and he feels weird, and then the guy circles around, and then just comes in and, like, tries to hit him, but kind of, like, misses him, and Laroy just, like, grabs this dude and, like, puts him in a chokehold.
So was his pants around his ankles at this time? Did he have time to get his pants?
Well, I think he had stopped putting his pants around his ankles at the urinals like a few years
No,
earlier.
I'm just saying, like, obviously he's sitting there
No,
and then,
he, like-
he gets jumped and his pants fall down. It's like, nobody wants to fight a naked guy.
Dude, I know.
That's
This guy was so drunk, he would have thought. Anyhow, long story short, like, Laroy just, like, manhandles this man and, like, puts his face in the urinal and is yelling at him, and he's got his hand on his throat, and he's like, if you don't stop, I'm going to kill you. And he was just like, for some reason, I was just, and that's aggressive, but for Laroy to not hit him and actually cause this man harm, he said, and I think it was because just 24 hours later, he was explaining to me, and he was nervous about jail and all that.
Right.
Anyways, there was a bouncer, thankfully, taking a dump and, like, witnessed the whole thing, and he was like, yeah, this guy didn't do nothing, and so he didn't have to go back to jail.
Here, sir, you are leaving. Let's throw you out the door. Leroy, enjoy.
So, like, that, prior to that, I'd be like, man, I don't know, Leroy's probably going to, like, throw some bows, you know, but then that story, and so I think he would read the situation, especially if he had anything to drink, which he doesn't drink a lot, or not near as much as he used to, but, like,
right.
He's just so loyal. Dude, he would, like,
bros. I mean,
he
like,
would.
if you're in the family, you're in the family.
Dude,
That's all
that
there is
dude
to be said.
He would, no questions asked.
Yeah.
Like, not to be
I'm
cool.
entered. I'm here. I'm
Yeah,
entered.
like, and
Yeah.
because of, like, the loyalty thing, and then just a little bit of funness to it. Like, he doesn't have to do it to be cool. Anyway, 7-inch crown. I don't know if you're man enough to wear that.
I don't think so, dude. That's unreal.
Have you been in a fight?
No.
Dude, I just don't want to.
No.
I just don't want to.
I have, but I'm not explaining.
Yeah. I used to have, like, the typical, like, walk around a bar deal where, like,
Don't look at me like that. You started the fight,
First of all,
Ashley.
I didn't start the
What
fight.
year was
Second of
this?
all, we're not talking about the fight.
are we talking about the fight or are we not? We don't have to.
No,
No.
We're not talking about it. Okay. We're not
There's
going to talk
still
about it.
potential for legalities involved.
So, like, yeah, I used to, you know how, like, when you walk into, like, a bar somewhere and there's just, like...
I'm not a real good fighter, DB, because my nose bleeds so easy.
So it makes you look like a girl.
When I get hit in the nose, I completely lose it. I start doing that, and tears are rolling, but I'm madder than a wet
You heard it, guys. That's
hen.
his
I
weak
don't know.
spot.
It's my weak spot.
Just
my
go
nose.
to the nose.
I just
Yeah.
like look at it wrong and it'll bleed.
Yeah.
Oh crap!
Yeah, that was Garrett Kelly Johnson, the third intern I ever had. Just
It doesn't
behind
matter.
The shoots, he would just start running blood.
Yeah.
But no, I was like, you know how, like, guys are, like, you go into a bar and everybody's like, whoa, you know.
That's kind of how I am. Like I'm not bad, but the bad don't mess with me.
Yeah. See, I used to
Deal.
kind of feel like that, and then, like, for some reason, I had this buddy in college. He died, and then I just he committed suicide, and it was just like I stopped that. I dropped it. Like, I was just over
He's
it.
over it.
Somebody would walk by me in the bar, and I would, like, go up to him, and I'd be, like, shake their hand, talk to him, and then, you know, the facade just, like, disappears. You know, that's fun.
Yeah.
Because you never know. Like, that could be your best friend.
You never know, dude.
That could be your future best friend.
I actually don't interrogate or start fights, but
Yeah.
in theory, I'm tough. That's it.
Yeah. I think
Next
I'll-
convo.
Yeah. No more fights. So I think that's probably.
So what about merchandise? Like, I know you've come about it wanting to hook up, do some trading, some swapping on some merch.
No, I just think I got a system. I think, man, it's like we both can help.
Like, you've
each
already
other.
exposed my idea of the next video on the beach, so I'm just kind of.
I don't mind talking about it. No, like, yeah, Cody Webster brand T-shirts on DaleBrisby.com. Yeah,
Check it out. It's gonna happen.
I think we've got such a system in Winnebago. We just, like, the girls are there.
Dude, I have
shipping
yet
right
to
now.
see the warehouse,
Oh, you have
the
it?
new one. I've
Yeah, you
yet
gotta
to see
come.
it.
It's fun. It's like a fantasy factory.
Just something always going on.
I got a warehouse manager. Like, she keeps my books. Like, she could just, I don't even know what we have or what we, like the T-shirt company, they came, the ones that print them for us, they came 2 weeks ago. And they were like, she was like, yeah, they're taking us to lunch. And I was like, okay, why? They're like, this is, and then they showed up and they're like, this is like the biggest order I've ever placed, and I had no idea. Like, I didn't even know. I was just like out of it. Like, all I do is the videos. Like, I don't even pay attention to.
That's it.
And every now and then it's like,
but dude, it's so great.
Sell.
It's so great, the spotlight that you've put on rodeo and the impact that you have on kids.
Yeah.
Kids is something that's really been coming to my mind of like I was a kid growing up. I always had like rodeo bloopers and 8 seconds. You go to a Western store, you see Cowboys, Lane Frost, Tubb
Right.
and all them guys on the wall. Things have changed now, so like there's not really. I'm so thankful that they're airing pro rodeo on national TV again.
No kidding.
The PBR is on national TV, but
I think just like the bullfighting, you're right. Like, everybody talks about like cowboy way of life, and cowboy, not only rodeo but Western, cowboying also. Like, it's not dying. It's not dying.
No.
Like, in 5 years, like, everybody, there's gonna be more cowboy hats. There's gonna be more rodeo cowboys. There's gonna be everything.
It's growing. I feel like it's growing.
It's blowing up.
And it's so awesome
to be part of it. Like, and if people can't see like what our true intentions and hearts are, then they're just not looking hard enough.
No.
They're not intelligent enough. But like most people, even 9-year-olds,
to have little old 6, 7, 5-year-old kids come up to you, and like
that
say if
first,
they check out your YouTube channel, they like your videos. Parents coming to you, thanking you for having content that kids can watch.
that very first video,
We're winning.
Very first video, like, it's like we were just joking around in there, and so like I was acting like I was drinking a beer, and like we just said some things, and it was like PG-13 at best, but
Right.
still not like our normal. But like we didn't know what we were doing. I didn't even know he was gonna put it on YouTube. And then after that, my mom was like, well, can my second graders watch it? And I said, no, they can't watch the first one, but they can watch every one after this.
After that.
And so that's been like 500 videos.
So bravo to you on that, dude.
Yeah.
That's
I appreciate it.
That's
You
legit.
too, man. You're doing the same thing.
legit.
That's what I know. That's why we had to get together, because like there's not a lot of people just there's 5 or 6 other people actively putting out content in the Western industry, but I don't know, every little bit helps. So
No, if we can keep giving back to what's give us so much, man, it's a good day.
that's what I know. All right, man. Well, thanks for the podcast.
Thanks for having me
It's
on,
Rodeo
DB.
Time. We're on to the next one. San Antonio today.
Got a perf here in like
Yeah, you better get
an
ready for
hour
that.
or so.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming by the Matador.
Pow pow, son.